dread to reality titled Nocturne. Created by Fire123, it comes off as an anthology that takes eerie to the next level. As October is one of my favorite months, I was hunting for something to talk about this month that was spooky, and I came across Tune or Dare. I took a quiz, it measured and didn't just tell me how gorgeous I was, but it gave me series to read. So I found Nocturne and I've been enjoying it since, and I dare you to try. Threaded like skin, destined to give you a new unknown phobia, it combines real-world imagery for backgrounds and eerie art that will give you some kind of phobia. And the story has an interesting ending or something ironic happening towards the end. Some of the collections in this series can be episodic, spanning a few episodes, or it could be solely one chapter. Some of the episodics that left a disturbing impression I'll be going over, and one of them was Samuel is very talented. This episode, being titled Samuel, is all about this girl and her friend with a very unsettling face and a turned head, and it's pretty much normal to her and everyone else for some reason. We're open to them and this girl talking about how Samuel has problems eating, and as she goes on, Samuel is taken to a funeral for her dad, but she wasn't that eager to take Samuel because she hated her father, who she only had interest in making him like Samuel. Samuel comforts her and she notices she's hungry, and they decide to get a fast food chain, and she's telling Samuel about a story while they're handed their food, and she turns right into a stranger who tells her, "Why don't you open your eyes before you leave the damn house?" And this man makes a remark, "What, you want to start something?" As an employee offers a replacement for their order, they begin to sit down, and the stranger notices Samuel staring at him from a distance. As the girl is going on and on about her previous story, Samuel offers her food. We cue to the stranger's house as he went home. As he gets comfortable, Samuel slowly pops up out of nowhere, beginning to rise out of his kitchen from some kind of like black void. And this man turns his head to the kitchen as Samuel begins to pull their body out of the wall. This man yells, "What are you doing in my house? Get out!" The man goes to grab a knife, being further horrified by Samuel telling him to get out, and tries to stab Samuel, but it goes straight through him, and Samuel swallows his arm and hands. As the man bleeds profusely on the floor and is on his knees, Samuel pulls his head up and begins to absorb him, with his hands transforming into this very thin, webby wrap around. It's really weird. It makes you want to scratch yourself. I don't know, I was scratching myself reading this, and it consumes him. You could say he's not hungry anymore. He ate that. No, literally. We go back to this girl's home as she offers Samuel food, and he just stares at her. Presumably Samuel may have consumed her father as well. Crazy. Opening up to a museum, Tammy tells Kate not to touch any of the artifacts. They are all haunted paintings and cursed statues, a museum of oddities. Tammy craves something that just wasn't good enough, something more demonic, that something someone could prove was beyond true. Kate asks her about a room next to her and jokingly asks what's special about it. Some freaky monkey paw, fossil, demon poop? And Tammy asks if she's coming to see the new collection. She wonders why she couldn't see what was in the room, and Tammy, I would assume jokingly, says, "How else am I going to get any money out of you?" And her friend decides to leave and makes somewhat of a backhanded remark of her hobby. Tammy begins to touch the sword that we see, stating its origins were a mystery, proceeding to talk about something that was ancient, preserved, yet seamlessly contained inside of a glass box. Tammy hears a voice calling out for her, asking, "Where is it? Where is it?" She was warned that the box was cursed. She says she was used to being uncomfortable around treasures. As she enters this room that we see, a female head with long black hair, neck up, is calling out, "Where is her body?" Tammy is startled that the box is alive. The female head in the box shoves her head out of the glass box, sending Tammy running out, and the glass box crashes. But as Tammy sighs, black hair starts crawling up on her arm, and the head is beginning to shout, "I need it back." Attaching herself to Tammy's hand, and Tammy's running, Tammy runs towards the sword we saw earlier and tries to stab the head as hairs begin to pop out of her eyes. Later on, Kate is wondering where Tammy is, asking about the weird artifact again, but Tammy rushes off. Kate, curious, she decides to take a peek while Tammy runs out. She opens the door, but in place of where the glass box was, Tammy's head sits there decapitated. Her friend shouts out for her, but Tammy seemingly smiles, satisfied that she found something that no one could deny, something that wasn't real. I guess they both got what they wanted. Seemed like a fair exchange. I don't know. Some of the stories I favored went more of that ironic route. One that expressed more commentary was targeted audience about working yourself to death or something like that. But I'm not gonna talk about this one, but now I'm gonna shift more towards one chapter styled episodes that I enjoyed. A group of friends are in a bathroom stall and dares someone to call one of the numbers written on the stall. One of the numbers they call responds and sounds like a girl. One of the friends proceeds to pressure one of them to ask them on a date, and the recipient answers okay. The male character arranged a date for the weekend, and his friends plan to watch the whole thing. As he waits, he sees someone in a hoodie moving things around. It scared the male character into hiding, denouncing it creepy. He hopes the guy isn't staying too long and thinks to call her again, but the ring gets louder. Lo and behold, the hoodie person appears behind him, and it opens up and becomes larger. It hits the answer and says hello. The hoodie is caved and hollow and empty at the same time. Assuming something happened by the text, he dashed home and he blocked the number. He says his friends were never seen again, yet they still try and call him, but he claims he knows it's not them. I mean, does he really know what happened to them? I don't know, they were pretty far from the encounter, but to be fair, I'd stop talking to them too if they set me up with that. That's fair. That's fair. No, that's fair. Another one titled Glare is a girl sitting on her computer watching a video, noticing her shadows seem off in the reflection of the computer. She runs to a window and closes the curtains, and a disturbing face appears with remnants of light on it and shuts off. Her laptop wouldn't turn off again after that. I'm curious, what are your thoughts on these series? Do you have any particular scary series? I think the imagery is very powerful, and I found myself while writing the script and editing the video scratching at my skin in like weird discomfort. I don't know, did Samuel remind anyone of anything? I couldn't put my finger on it, but it reminded me of something. Anyways, what are you guys doing for Halloween? Oh my god, it's October! Make sure to leave a like, share the video, comment, and subscribe. Bye!